Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anne-Marie Proccio, and I have the pleasure of serving as the chairperson of the Board of Trustees of Sustainable Jersey. And on behalf of the entire board, I'd like to welcome you to today's 2020 virtual school grants announcement event. To the school representatives attending, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to attend the event. We know that the COVID-19 pandemic has placed significant responsibilities and challenges on your school community. We're happy to share the good news of your grant awards with you. To the PSE&G Foundation, thank you for your continued support of Sustainable Jersey for Schools and the grants program. The support has been instrumental to the success of the program and fueling the passion of school officials and staff and Green Team volunteers throughout the state to make a difference in their communities. I can certainly share that the stories we hear about the grant programs always inspire the rest of the Board of Trustees, so thank you all for your efforts. Unfortunately, we're not able to meet in person this year, but I encourage you to not limit your exposure to fellow grant recipients and PSE&G to this event. At the end of the session, we will have time for your questions, and I hope the conversations will continue through social media and at future events. You should be proud of your projects, and I hope you'll share your progress on social media. Caitlin will talk more about this towards the end of the program. The Sustainable Jersey for Schools program was launched in October 2014 with the support of the New Jersey School Boards Association, the New Jersey Education Association, the Principal and Supervisors Association, the Association of School Business Officials, and the School Administrators Association, as well as the Buildings Association and the PTA, as well as the Board of Public Utilities Clean Energy Program, PSE&G, New Jersey Natural Gas, South Jersey Gas, and NJM Insurance Group. We are proud that this partnership has continued. I would now like to invite Russ Fernari, Manager of Environmental Policy for PSE&G Foundation, to say a few words.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Russ Fernari, Manager of Environmental Policy for PSEG. I want to acknowledge that these are difficult times, and all the efforts that the educators across the state are doing to continue to support and provide education opportunities for students across the state. The PSEG Foundation is proud to be a partner and have a long-time relationship with Sustainable Jersey and Sustainable Jersey for Schools. We appreciate the ability to support the grant program and provide funding for a wide range of projects that you across the state implement and use to grow environmental and sustainability education opportunities for your students. I especially want to congratulate all of the awardees today for the projects that they have put forth and the continued efforts to grow those programs throughout the state. Thank you very much, and I look forward to continuing to celebrate your projects throughout the year ahead.
Thanks, Russ. Hi, I'm Randy Solomon. I'm the Executive Director of Sustainable Jersey. I want to thank all of you for being here, and I want to thank PSEG for their unflagging support of the program over the years. As Russ said, it's difficult times, not just because of the COVID-19 crisis, but because there are people protesting in the streets around the country right now. And I would just like to say that I think, I want to remind people that equity is one of the 3 pillars of Sustainable Jersey, and we really value activities that happen in schools and municipalities that increase social equity, racial justice, and equality of opportunity for all, and that we've funded a number of projects through these grants over the years that are dealing with the issue of equity, and we encourage people to continue to do that. The PSEG Foundation has been a key partner in the success of Sustainable Jersey. Since 2012, the PSEG Foundation has provided $2.2 million in funding to municipalities and schools participating in the Sustainable Jersey program, and $760,000 in general program support. And since 2014, when the schools program was created, they've awarded $600,000 to schools funding 192 projects all across New Jersey. And with nearly 60% of New Jersey public school districts and 30% of public schools participating, this funding is essential to support the great work that schools are doing across a wide array of areas. Overall, the Sustainable Jersey for Schools grant program has awarded $2 million in grants to schools to advance their initiatives. This includes funding from PSEG, the New Jersey Education Association, New Jersey Department of Health, and the Gardenier Environmental Fund and the Nature Conservancy. I know that the grant projects that you're going to be implementing will help build your school community and support continued progress in the Sustainable Jersey for Schools program. In addition to the grants, our staff works very hard to provide all sorts of assistance to our participating schools and districts, including training, technical assistance, guidance documents, and networking opportunities. And although our work has been significantly altered by the pandemic, we've been implementing creative approaches to continuing this effort, including modifications to our annual certification cycle, taking our annual summit off online by offering a month-long series of webinars, talks, and happy hours, which were extremely well received. And thank you to all of you who participated, and modifying our technical assistance efforts, such as the EDF Climate Corps Fellows, to keep moving forward virtually. If you'd like to learn more about any of these, please email schools@sustainablejersey.com, and we'll be happy to connect you with the appropriate staff people to support you. Finally, thank you to everyone here who's serving on their school district green team and making a personal commitment to improve the quality of New Jersey and beyond as your students venture outside your school walls and New Jersey to become the leaders of tomorrow. And now I'd like to introduce Heather McCall, Sustainable Jersey for Schools Program Director, to announce the $10,000 grant recipients.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for being with us today. I'm sorry we can't be together in person. It always warms my heart to be with you and feel the enthusiasm that you have for these projects that you're undertaking, and knowing what a tremendous difference it's going to make in your school district for the coming year. So it's my pleasure to announce the $10,000 grant recipients and invite a representative from each one of those award winners to tell us a little bit more about the project and how it's going to impact their school and their journey with Sustainable Jersey and Sustainable Jersey certification. First up is Roy Brown Middle School in Bergenfield Borough School District. They are doing a sustainable food production initiative. They're going to be working with their 7th grade students. They'll be studying organic food production and growing vegetables and fruits through their aeroponic and outdoor gardens. They'll be translating that food waste into compost and putting compost from their cafeteria, or compost from their garden project and from their cafeteria into integrating that into their garden project, as well as the curriculum. So I'd like to introduce Stephen Neff. He is the Supervisor of Science and Arts for the district, and he'll tell us a little bit more about the project. Stephen?
Hello, everyone. I'm Stephen Neff. I'm joined here virtually by our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Christopher Tully, and the Principal of Roy W. Brown Middle School, Shane Biggins. And we first just want to give a big thank you to the PSE&G Foundation and Sustainable Jersey for awarding us this tremendous grant. So our high school actually was first certified back in 2016 at the bronze level, and we had a goal this year to achieve that same certification status at our middle school. So we formed our green team and began with a needs assessment. And really we had a two-pronged goal of, number one, improving the sustainability of the operations of our school, and number two, utilizing those efforts as a learning experience by incorporating them into our curriculum. So we identified food waste in our cafeteria and grade 7 life science as areas where we'd like to see some improvement. And from there, our Education for Sustainable Food Production project was born. So essentially, these students in 7th grade science studying things like relationships and ecosystems will be getting hands-on experience growing crops 2 different ways: aquaponically in the classroom and in traditional soil-based gardens out in our courtyard. And they're going to be analyzing both methods through the lens of sustainability. If you're not familiar with aquaponics, essentially they're growing crops in water without soil in a symbiotic relationship where they're also raising aquatic animals like fish. So with the grant funds, we are going to be purchasing the equipment for the aquaponics in the classrooms and the gardening equipment for our courtyard and composters so we can turn food waste from the cafeteria into compost for the outdoor gardens. So this is going to incorporate several of the Sustainable Jersey actions, including food waste management, school gardens, education for sustainability. And then in the springtime, we're planning a community green fair where hopefully we'll be serving up our homegrown organic leafy greens and other vegetables in a nice community event. So once again, we just wanted to say thank you to PSE&G and Sustainable Jersey for this tremendous grant. Thanks.
Thanks, Stephen. And there's a virtual clap going on for you right now. Congratulations again. Our next award winner is Westwood Regional School District in Bergen County, and all of the schools in that district are currently certified with Sustainable Jersey, so congratulations on that. They're going to do a Fill It Forward project. They are looking to provide scannable stickers for refill bottles, and each time students can scan their bottle to be refilled for a 2-cent donation made to a community in crisis. So here to talk a little bit more about that project is Mary Domazak. She is the Environmental Club Advisor for Westwood Regional Middle School. Mary. I know that Mary is with us today. We saw her on the webcam earlier. Might take her a moment to get signed up with us.
And Mary, if you're speaking, we can't hear you. So you might have muted yourself.
Okay, are you able to hear me now?
Glenn,
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that.
Glenn,
I think it was an automatic mute, but thank you.
Wow.
I am here with my middle school principal, Shelley LaForgia, and we thank our district superintendent, Ray Gonzalez, for all of his support in
Right.
our green team.
I'm in this thing, hon.
Okay, everyone's good with hearing me? Okay, so on behalf of the
I'm on this thing, hon. I'm next.
Okay, on behalf of the Westwood Regional School District, I would like to thank the PSE&G Foundation for awarding our district the $10,000 2020 Sustainable Jersey for Schools grant. This grant will allow the Westwood Regional School District to launch the Fill It Forward program in its middle and high school. The Fill It Forward program was developed by the Companion Corporation as a way to give students an active incentive to use refillable bottles in place of single-use plastic bottles. The Westwood District has installed filtered water fountains designed for refilling bottles in all of its school buildings. Through the Fill It Forward program, each student will be supplied with a scannable decal. Each time a student refills a bottle, they will scan their decal using the Companion cell phone app. The app will allow students to track their personal environmental footprint, see the waste diverted from landfills, emissions saved, and how much ocean pollution they have helped prevent. Locally, it's projected the program will eliminate 31 pounds of single-use plastic a day for a total of 11,315 pounds a year. This program has a global impact as well. Each refill scan will result in a 2-cent donation to WaterAid Tanzania Deliver Life program. The focus of this program is to improve maternal health by providing water and sanitation services at 12 obstetric and neonatal care clinics in 2 rural towns. A total of 666,000 people will be helped by the monetary donations generated in the Fill It Forward refill scans. The Fill It Forward program is so well suited to the Westwood District because it builds on the language arts unit all Westwood Middle School students complete in 6th grade, which is centered on the novel Long Walk to Water, which concerns the water crisis taking place in so many countries. The Westwood Regional School District thanks the PSE&G Foundation for assisting our school district in its ongoing efforts to foster environmentally conscious, civic-minded students who who are growing in their understanding of the positive impact they are able to make in their world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. That's a wonderful project. Great way of interweaving your waste and your curriculum and your social responsibility. I can't wait to see the fruits of your labors.
Thank you.
And next, we have Belleville Public Schools in Essex County. They'll be doing a Waterways and You project. It relates to the Trout in the Classroom program, which is very popular among our certified schools. And they'll also begin a district-wide fishing program. So with us today is Dr. Richard Tomko, the Superintendent of Schools, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about this project. Dr. Tomko.
Hi, Heather, are you there?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, thank you. So a little technical difficulty, but thank you so much. We really appreciate the opportunity here to work again with Sustainable New Jersey and PSE&G and all of your partners there. These projects are just an incredible thing for us here in Essex County and in Belleville in particular, and especially this initiative that we're doing with the New Jersey Trout in the Classroom initiative. And I have a partner today, Dr. Joy Alfano, who I believe was supposed to cut in and give you a little bit more on this, because since it is a national program. So I had an expectation of her coming on here. So is she there? Can I sneak her in?
Let's see.
Oh, hi, thank you. I'm sorry, I was muted.
Go ahead,
No
Doc.
problem, George. Go ahead. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the program. We're very excited to have this brought to our district. By transforming classrooms to a place where students learn through action, we plan on instilling our commitment to our ecosystem by producing and by cultivating these wonderful experiences so to show our students that they can change the world one project at a time. Our funding will be used to participate in the New Jersey TIC program, or Trout in the Classroom initiative, and also to provide for a district-wide fishing program and to participate in HOFNOT. The New Jersey Trout in the Classroom is a national program. It involves National Trout Unlimited and the New Jersey Division of Fish and Wildlife. The program is designed so that students will be raising trout in a fish tank from the egg stage to the fry stage, and allow the students to understand the importance of freshwater ecosystems and their watershed. We will then be releasing them into streams in New Jersey. Students are going to learn about watersheds and waterways, and they'll be completing the Eco Schools WOW pathways. We've been participating with New Jersey Audubon and Eco Schools for several years now, and it's brought so much to our students. Students, through looking through their freshwater ecosystems, will hopefully develop better understanding, and they will become advocates for their watershed and their waterway systems.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that. Richard, did you have anything to add?
No, again, we just thank you so much for everything you all do. Our teachers, just like everyone else on the panels today, our teachers, our staff, you know, for a community like Belleville to get involved with some sustainable projects like this, our administration, our teachers, everyone, just we're fully pledged to all the mission and the tenets of everything sustainable in New Jersey. So thank you again. We appreciate the opportunity to work with you.
Thank you. It's wonderful to hear how the school is connecting the Eco Schools program with Sustainable Jersey. There is kind of a hierarchy of sustainability efforts in New Jersey, Eco Schools being classroom-based, and Sustainable Jersey building on that with administration, and then the Green Ribbon Schools program, which is national recognition for your sustainability efforts. And this year, the two Green Ribbon National schools were both from Sustainable Jersey certified schools. So I love to hear those connections between the various sustainability programs, because we do work together, and you get credit for those efforts in our program, and that our program feeds into the national program. So it's wonderful to hear. Next up is Wall Township Public School District in Monmouth County. They're going to do a Let Us Hook You on Sustainability project with an aquaponics garden system and a linkage to STEAM-based learning. With us today is Anthony Abil. He's the principal at West Belmar School, and he'll be telling us a little bit more about the project. Anthony.
Good afternoon, everybody. The Wall Township Schools are honored. We're thrilled and grateful to be one of the recipients of the Sustainable Jersey for School Grant Selections funded by the PSE&G Foundation. Our schools, teachers, staff, community, business owners, and most importantly, the students look forward to getting our project, Let Us Hook You on Sustainability, off the ground. I want to thank our Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Cram, Director of Curriculum, Dr. Lisa Gleason, and my amazing green team for their passion for creating environmentally friendly activities that engage our students and encourage them to be responsible citizens to promote sustainability. Our school has several activities that were the foundation for submitting this grant. They include a monarch butterfly and flower garden, where students explore the life cycle of flowering plants, specifically milkweed, and they search for the monarch eggs and observe each phase of the monarch butterfly cycle in the classroom. This project encouraged our teachers, students, and PTA to create an organic vegetable school garden where we grew tomatoes, peppers, zucchinis, and watermelons for a fall harvest. The students' favorites is when I cut watermelons we have grown for them at lunchtime as a snack. This led the green team to learn about hydroponics and growing crops vertically in our cafeteria. The school received a grant for 2 garden towers, and now students compare and contrast growing vegetables organically in the ground to using a self-contained garden tower to grow the same vegetables. Our school has raised brook, brown, and rainbow trout eggs from eggs to fry for the past 7 years. Up to date, we have released approximately 900 trout into the Manasquan Reservoir. 2 years ago, our green team learned about aquaponics at the Monmouth County Annual School Garden Conference, and we were hooked on this high-power aquaponics system that would connect many of our school projects we have in place. This system connects civil engineering, environmental sciences, and the technology of the future. Our aquaponics system will enrich opportunities and experiences for every member of our community, most importantly, our students. This system will be a portrait of sustainability and will showcase the importance of collaboration, teamwork to help reach its fullest potential. Our teachers will have a powerful tool to promote hands-on STEAM-based lessons for students to delve deeply into engineering, mathematics, and all phases of science. It will offer so many positive benefits that it will be felt by our entire community. Once again, we are honored to partner with Sustainable Jersey and PSE&G in their efforts to build and create a stronger community that will have a positive impact for future generations. So let us hook you on sustainability. Thank you for this tremendous opportunity for our district. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal Abil. I swear, I think you got extra points for that cute name of your project. That's great.
Thank you so much. We're honored.
Okay, next up, we have Stillwater Township Elementary School in Sussex County. They're going to be doing a student-led effort to improve recycling in the lunchroom. School food waste is a big initiative. Program was just launched last September from the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection to give guidance on school food waste. So it's a big focus. We're happy to hear about this project. And with us today is Elaine Makarovich, got it, Elaine Makarovich, a teacher and the Green Team Coordinator at Stillwater Township Elementary School. Elaine.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity to share our project with you today. I would like to begin by thanking Sustainable Jersey for Schools and the PSEG Foundation for their continued generous support of New Jersey schools and our efforts to promote sustainability with our students. Without their assistance, Stillwater Township Elementary School would not be able to complete our Cafeteria Connection plan. I would also like to thank my administration and Board of Education for their continued support of my program and this project in particular. Stillwater School's Cafeteria Connection is ready to launch a reorganization of the school cafeteria's recycling efforts. Led by a student group, efforts will focus on teaching sustainability and the importance of recycling to all students as we work to develop a new recycling plan for the school lunchroom. Goals include opportunities for student design of recycling bins, layout, signage, peer education, and daily operations from inception to delivery of recyclables to our town recycling center. The entire school community is geared up to work together on this project. From the students to the Board of Education and everyone in between, the project team includes key stakeholders who will work together to ensure that Stillwater School's Cafeteria Connection will launch a new recycling initiative in 2020. Classroom teachers will work with students on planning, creating work schedules, and other logistics to make the new program run smoothly once in place. With the leadership of these students, as well as their genuine interest in sustainability efforts in their hometown school, there is no doubt the Cafeteria Connection will be a successful endeavor at Stillwater School. I would like to share a portion of their letter that was included in our grant proposal. To whom it may concern, we are writing to you to share some information about an important problem here in our school, and we really need your help. You see, here at Stillwater School, we throw away 8 30-gallon bags of garbage in just one day, and this is just in the cafeteria. Currently, we are only recycling milk cartons, and we know that is not good enough. There are no receptacles for plastics or cans, so everything is mixed together and thrown away. That means all of those recyclables end up in a landfill. As 6th grade students, we have made a commitment to make a change that will make a difference at Stillwater School. We have come up with a plan to redesign and reconfigure the recycling situation in our school lunchroom. We met with our superintendent, and he agreed that this is a problem. He supports our plan 100%. So here it is. The 5th and 6th grade students in our school will become part of a recycling team. We will be involved in the entire project, from designing new recycling stations, posters, teaching the younger students, and volunteering to be in the cafeteria during lunches to help. The more than 250 students who eat lunch in our school every day can be a part of this transformation. With this grant, we could fulfill our dreams of creating a new recycling environment for our school and making a change that would help Stillwater and the world. So as you can see, the students, faculty, and staff at Stillwater Township Elementary School are quite serious about this issue. Powered by our student leaders, it is time to correct the situation, change student behavior, and ultimately develop students who understand sustainability and how we can make a difference each and every day. So on behalf of those 6th grade students and all of the faculty, staff, and administration at Stillwater Township Elementary School, we once again thank Sustainable Jersey for Schools and the PSEG Foundation for their generous support of our project.
All right, congratulations, Stillwater Township Elementary School. Thank you, Elaine. Thanks for sharing that wonderful student letter. I can't wait to see how this is integrated in the coming year. Congratulations to all of our $10,000 grant winners. Again, you are going to be some great examples for the rest of your school community, and we are so pleased to support your efforts. And now we're going to see if we have any questions so far. You may have heard some things from the presentations that have sparked some questions. So just taking a look here to see. All right, So it looks like we're going to move on to our $2,000 grant award winners. And I'd like to introduce my colleague, Veronique Lambert. You guys know her as Schools At, your right-hand lady for helping you get through your applications and finding where everything is. So she's here with us today to announce the $2,000 grant winners. Veronique.
Hi, thanks, Heather, and hello, everyone, and welcome. I must say this certainly feels a little bit strange or very different to do the grant awards like this. You know, one of the highlights for us is to get to be in the room and with everybody and get to meet them and network. So this is different, but it's still super important. And what's not different is the recognition of all the fantastic work that you all are doing in your respective schools and districts. And we're very happy to be in a position to be able to support some of that work. So I'm first would like to offer my congratulations to all the 10K award recipients. Those projects all sound amazing. And now I am so delighted to be able to announce the recipients of the almighty $2,000 award. So we have a total of 25 schools and a couple of school districts that are the recipients of this award, and pretty much spread across the state. So we're going to go down the list by county, and it's in alphabetical order. So starting off in Atlantic County, we actually have three high schools in the Greater Egg Harbor Regional High School District that got $2,000 awards. These high schools are actually all currently in the 2020 certification cycle. They are trying to get certified this year. And Absegami High School is going to use their award for a mushroom cultivation project called There's So Mushroom for Health in our school. Great name. Cedar Creek High School is going to do a capacity building. They're going to do green team support. And, you know, we definitely encourage the use of these smaller $2,000 awards for that type of effort. And then Oakcrest High School is going to use their award for STEM activities by their high school students doing activities and presentations at a community green fair. And I do believe they were going to be doing that in collaboration with their municipalities. So we'll see how that pans out. Now, moving up to Bergen County, we've got a new school to the program. In Cresskill Public School District, Merritt Memorial Elementary School is doing a project called Nature's Classroom. And then in Ridgewood District, this is a bronze certified school, Somerville Elementary School. They're going to increase opportunities for sustainability education. We've got another bronze certified school. It's Westwood, their middle school. I believe that all the Westwood schools are certified, and they're going to be doing an in-school recycling center. Now moving over to Burlington County, we've got a special district in here, Tabernacle. They've been in the game from the very beginning, and they've actually got, this is a grant that they're going to be using for a district-wide campaign. They've got two schools. The elementary school is silver. The middle school is bronze, and they're going to be doing a plastic collection campaign by both of those schools. And then, so we just had that one school in Bergen. In Camden now, we have a new school to the program. The district is not new, but the school is Collingswood Senior High School, and they're going to be building equity through sustainability. Very interesting project. Looking forward to seeing how that works out as well. Still in Camden, Winslow. Yeah, Winslow Township School District. They are actually, all their schools are bronze certified, and they are back in it this year trying to get recertified, even though, you know, certification lasts for 3 years, but they're still all back in. This number 6 elementary school is going to be doing a vegetable garden with their $2,000 grant. In Essex County, going back up north, we heard from Belleville earlier. The senior high school is going to do Native Plants Nature Walk. Sounds great. And then also in Belleville, number 9 elementary school is going to be doing an upgrade to their school garden. And that's great. We often get proposals for doing upgrades to existing gardens or systems, and we like to see that. We like to see that the continuing use and actually expanded or improved use of what you already have in place. And then still in Essex County, we have the West Essex High School that's going to be doing an outdoor classroom. Now, coming over to Hardin County, we've got 2 very special schools here. Franklin, they're a pretty amazing story. Franklin Township Elementary School is in the cycle. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that West Essex High School is also attempting to get certified this year. They are in the 2020 application cycle, as is Franklin Township Elementary School. They tried last year to get certified, were not successful, and they came in all engines full blast roaring, and they have had a very impressive application to get certified this year, and we look forward to recognizing them at our award ceremony. And they're going to be using their grant for a school garden. Another special school, Holland Township, they've been in the program from the start as well. They were, you know, they're very involved doing a lot of amazing things in Holland. They got recertified. They're now bronze certified, and they're going to be doing a coastline biodiversity lessons, which also sound super interesting. Looking forward to hearing about those. All right, so now we're moving over to Mercer County. Hopewell Valley Regional School District, they've been involved with the program for a while as well. Their schools are all bronze certified. Bear Tavern Elementary School and the high school, Central High School, are going to be doing eco-friendly events. And then going Lawrence Township, all their schools are bronze certified. They've been involved with the program for a number of years. The middle school is doing capacity building. Green Team Achievers is what they're calling it. The Aero Gardens, oh, I see, yes. This is actually one of the 2Ks that's going to fund a district-wide effort. So they're buying these Aero Gardens and going to be enough so that they can have one for each school in the district. The Lawrenceville Elementary School is doing also Green Team Achievers. So they're also doing capacity building. So 2 capacity building grants for their green teams, and then the Aero Gardens that are going to be distributed to all the schools. Sounds amazing, Lawrence. And now to Monmouth County. We have Wemrock Brook Elementary School in Manalapan Englishtown School District. They're in it. They're in the cycle. They're trying to get certified in 2020. And their project is Say No to Plastic, which sounds just good to me. We should be saying no to plastic. And then Red Bank Charter School, also in the cycle this year, trying to get certified. And their project is a green cleaning awareness and also a pilot program. So they're going to be doing a pilot purchase and then also initiative to increase awareness about green cleaning. Sounds really great. And now to Morris County. The other school in Morris County is certified and has been in the district as a whole has been involved with our program for a number of years. We're looking forward to seeing Edith Decker Elementary School get certified, and their project is BAM, which is an acronym for Body and Mind Project. In Passaic, we are so happy to see Wayne Hills High School get this award for a native plant pathway, and we are especially delighted to see Wayne Hills High School is in the certification round this year. Wayne Hills is in our cohort of our first schools to get certified in 2015, and the Wayne Hills High School is attempting to get recertified this year. Yay, yay, yay. In Union County, we've got New Providence High School, and they're going to be doing upgrades to their courtyard greenhouse. Fantastic. And then in Winfield Township School, also Newton County, they're going to be doing an outdoor classroom. So these are all sound like amazing projects. We've got a great diverse group of projects. You see all that can be done for $2,000. We're always so impressed when we see these project proposals. And congratulations to everyone. This is just really wonderful.
Thanks, Veronique. Hi, everyone. My name is Caitlin Volmer. I'm the Grants Program Coordinator at Sustainable Jersey and also for Sustainable Jersey for Schools. Thanks again, Veronique, for announcing the 2K recipients, and thank you all again for attending. Very much congratulations to all of the grant recipients. Special thank you to the $10,000 grant speakers. I really appreciate you all taking the time to prepare some comments and share them all with us today. I think that that's really the highlight of the event. I love hearing about all the projects. I mean, obviously I've read all the proposals, but to hear you all speak and to see your faces, it really means a lot. So special congratulations to the $10,000 grants and the $2,000 grants. Really great to hear the work you're doing and to hear from the schools team what you're doing in the certification program. I hope that, you know, hearing about the $10,000 grants might even inspire you to go for a larger grant next time. So thank you again, everyone. I'm really looking forward to continuing to working with all of you as you start your grant projects. Before moving on to the reporting requirements that are associated with your grant awards, I just want to provide a little bit more information about the types of school and district projects the PCG Foundation is funding in this round of the Sustainable Jersey Grants Program, and some tips on how to make your project implementation successful. So we received proposals for a variety of exciting and important projects from schools across the state this year, such as ones for outdoor classrooms, composting initiatives, green fairs, and more. As Randy mentioned earlier, the Sustainable Jersey Grants Program has funded over 1,033 municipal and school grant projects with the help of $5.6 million in funding from our various grants program underwriters since 2009. Over 500 of those projects have been school or district projects, most of which at this time have been successfully completed. I provided links within each of these project category slides I'll be going over shortly to the certification reports of schools that have received a grant from Sustainable Jersey Grants Program funded by the PCG Foundation in previous years, and not only successfully completed the grant project, but also successfully gained points for their school towards certification. The grants program really is meant to help schools get certified in the program. It's meant to be a resource to provide funding for any initiatives that you might not have funding for. So it's really great to see how these projects get turned into points. This presentation, along with the recording, I just want to let everyone know, will be sent to all attendees and grant contacts in the days following the event. So I really encourage you to take a look at those successful projects and review the project tips to see if you can make your project even better. The grants program allows for modifications to the recipient grant proposals, which I'll go into more detail about later. So if you are inspired to make any changes after reviewing this presentation that you think can enhance your project, or if you are able to find or offered any additional opportunities to help enhance your project, please know that we fully support those changes. We want you to have the best project possible, and if you reach out to us, we're happy to review those modifications and are flexible with accepting such modifications. So yeah, I really encourage you all after the presentation to go ahead and take a deeper look at the new following slides, but for now, I just want to talk a little bit more in detail about these different categories. So we got a lot of different proposals for outdoor classrooms this time around. I believe Merritt Memorial Elementary Schools working on their outdoor classroom. I think West Essex High School, we got a good amount of $2,000 grants towards this. We do have an outdoor classroom action. That's a new action that was added in 2019. These points for these projects used to be awarded under the Innovative Project action. And if you have some time at the end of the presentation, I can show you how you can actually look up different actions that have been completed by certified schools. So you can take a look at the different kinds of successful projects that were completed that have to do with outdoor classrooms. But since we have this new action, we haven't had any projects come in yet through certified schools, but we hope to get some soon. Just a few tips real quick. If you are working on an outdoor classroom, really make sure that you're developing lesson plans that utilize the classroom, involve community stakeholders, including your municipal green team, the parents of the students, businesses. A lot of times people like to get involved in a project like this. Make sure to incorporate any other sustainability elements, such as having connection with your school garden, or maybe implementing some kind of solar energy charging station. We see that sometimes. And also make sure that the outdoor classroom is utilized by a variety of class types. Not just your science students can get use of this, you can find a way to use it for your English curriculum, writing curriculum, etc., etc. For those who have received a grant to do a water bottle refilling station project or projects that have to do with the installation of these, please consider the Access to Healthy Water action. This action is the action you get points for if you were to move forward with this project, as this project will help improve access to healthy water to your students and your staff. Successful projects that have to do with this, make sure to use a school drinking water needs assessment to inform the project, to have a better understanding of the kinds of water needs your school or district needs. Develop lesson plans that utilize the stations, include a comprehensive outreach and educational campaign to promote the stations and what the kinds of healthy water aspects that your students need to learn. Include an evaluation component that compares test results of the water before and after, the implementation of the stations, and consider creating a school water access plan with the results and plans on how to move forward. For those who've done garden projects, we do have a school's garden action. It has recently updated to include be a variable point action that includes the multiple kinds of gardens we're seeing schools start to implement in their schools nowadays. So beyond just your traditional raised bed gardens and your greenhouses, we're now assigning points for hydroponics gardens, aeroponics gardens, and aquaponics gardens. So there's a whole lot of gardens you can get points for. If you're doing a garden project, please make sure to consider, if you haven't already, creating a summer maintenance plan to make sure the garden is taken care of during times that students are in school. Make sure to reach out and test out any equipment, especially for those hydroponics, aeroponics, aquaponics gardens. A lot of times that equipment can be very new to staff, students, and teachers. So there's usually a lot of information online that can help you with that. Develop lesson plans around the garden, include community volunteers, and potentially partner with your municipality to get the garden set up and ready to go. Consider collaborating with multiple school departments. Maybe the science department will be using this, or you have a garden club, or the culinary students will be using this to help with their work as well. Make sure you have a plan B for when you plan on installing your garden in case there's bad weather, if it's an outdoor garden. Incorporate any of the produce into healthy eating and cooking curriculum, or consider sending it home with students or donating it to the community. These are just some examples of the various gardens that have been accepted. Also, we do take points for native plant gardens and pollinator gardens as well. While not accepted under the school's garden action, which is meant for edible gardens, we do have a biodiversity project action, and that's where we'll be accepting those kinds of projects. So if you're doing any kind of garden-related project that includes the installation of native plants, please consider, once again, creating a summer maintenance plan to take care of the garden. Research the types of native plants best suited for the wildlife you're looking to attract to your garden. Include community volunteers to help get it up and running. Develop lesson plans around the garden. There's a lot of really great resources in the action and also online. And have a plan B in case of bad weather when installing the garden as well. Composting projects. There's a lot of different composting projects we're seeing nowadays as well. A lot of times schools will get a composting unit, such as a rocket composter, or they'll be doing composting with vermicomposting, which is with worms that they can actually do within the classroom. Sometimes they're able to set up an on-site backyard composting, which is really neat. Or we've even seen a couple projects start to have off-site composting where they'll have a local farmer come and take the compost to be used the food waste to be turned to compost on their farm, or a composting company. They support like a local business, so that can work as well. So successful composting programs, make sure you acquire any necessary permits in case they are needed. Depending on the type of composting you're doing, you might need to look into that with DEP. Research any equipment that you have. The composting bins are pretty simple to use, but make sure that you have a good understanding of how to use them before getting started. Develop lesson plans around your composting program, and really make sure to train staff and students on the use of any kind of recycling or waste project. The training that is needed to make that successful is extremely important, and it only really works if everybody is on board and knows what to put in what bin and so forth. So please make sure to consider that if you have not already. These are just some of the great composting projects that we've funded through PSEG in the past. So if you're doing a project that has to do with STEAM initiatives, we definitely had some of these this time around too. Note that we do have an iSTEAM planning and implementation action that you can submit your project points for. Make sure you, once again, research your equipment, follow any guidance available within the action. There's also a lot online. Develop lesson plans utilizing that equipment, and make sure to share the completed projects with the community. If you're not able to do a STEAM fair or have that at your green fair, consider just putting it on your website or doing some other kind of social media campaign just to share those great projects that your students complete with your community. For recycling projects, we do have a few actions within the waste category, including a waste audit action and a recycling non-mandated materials action. Successful recycling projects typically complete a waste audit to help better strategize and structure a recycling program. Completing a waste audit is a great way to know the kinds of behaviors you'll have to change. Maybe you find that a lot of the disposable water bottles are thrown away instead of being recycled, things like that. It can really help give you a better idea of what you need to campaign on to get changes within your recycling. Include training for facility staff. Like I said before, it's so important that everyone is on board, staff, students, teachers, on how to move forward correctly recycling. Include student participation in the collection of materials. Develop a comprehensive educational and promotional campaign. Also consider developing an evaluation component that compares data maybe from your waste audit with and maybe a second audit that you do later after you really implemented your recycling program. And you can learn more about some successful waste audits and also some schools that have completed recycling programs via these links. And green fairs, we do have a green fair action, and these successful projects typically invite community members, local businesses, and organizations to come to the school and take part in the fair to really show what kind of sustainability work and resources are available within the community. Be sure to include student projects beyond just having these vendors, and consider greening your green fair, which we actually also have an action for. You can also develop a promotional campaign to help advertise the event so you can have a wider impact with your green fair. So I just want to wrap that up with some general suggestions. I know we're running short on time, but just for all projects, please consider setting up a grant expense account with your business administrator or the fiscal contact of your grant. This will make the reporting requirements that I'll briefly be going through after this a lot easier, as you can just submit a ledger instead of having to submit all of the different receipts that you collect, especially for the $10,000 grants, which we'll have to do that. Just remember to document your project and save all your files in a folder on your computer and try and keep it organized. Besides using this documentation to complete your final report, it's also going to be used to get points if you apply for certification. Share projects updates with the community. This can really lead to increased support and funding, even if it's not for this part of the project. You can really build a lot of really great community ties and help you with your sustainability initiatives in the future. So please be sure to share that. The community loves knowing what's going on within the schools, and involve students as much as possible in the process. The most successful projects have a large and a variety of people on their project team, so definitely see where you can get students to get involved. Okay, so reporting requirements. Every grant that has been awarded today has one. The $10,000 grants and the $2,000 grants all have final reports. So I'm not going to go too much into this. The check that was mailed to your fiscal contact will have the reporting requirements listed, as well as a check letter within that. So you can go ahead and review those there, and you can also review them on our website. I will just want to briefly highlight, if you plan on having any kind of ribbon cutting ceremonies, please let us know. We'd love to attend those, and we can let the PCG Foundation know as well, because we'd love to come see the successful completion of your project. Also, I want to note that the large grant recipients do have an interim report, just a check-in report, just to make sure that everything is going okay and just to see if you need any project modifications to be made. I also encourage you all to take photos throughout the project, as we will be requiring 2 photos as documentation for that final report. And the last thing I want to mention about reporting requirements is just a note that all the $10,000 recipients will be receiving half of their grant award up front. That means that the second half will have to be reimbursed and covered by the school or the district until after the final report is submitted and approved by Sustainable Jersey. So please note that that is how the $10,000 grants work. Like I mentioned before, we're happy to accept any project modifications. They just must be pre-approved by Sustainable Jersey for Schools. There will be a variety of different modifications you can do, and I encourage you to look at those on our website if needed. I also want to mention that I know that COVID-19 crisis might have affected your project timeline and your action plan, and we're completely understanding of this, and we're happy to accept a completely new action plan and timeline if this is the case. Obviously, it's a little early to say how everything might be shaping out. The large grants get an 18-month performance period, and even the $2,000 grants get an entire year to complete their project. So maybe it won't be affecting yours as much if you do plan to start work a little bit later in the fall or even closer to the spring. But please know that we will be understanding, and we're happy to accept any modifications you need to make to your timeline. And are happy to offer extensions as well if you need it to complete your project. Just to quickly highlight project promotion, please share your projects on social media and tag us, Sustainable Jersey for Schools and the PCG Foundation in those posts so we can see them too. We love to see the kind of work you're doing beyond just the reports that we get. It's great to get those updates throughout the year. Also, if you have any kickoff photos from your project, please send them to us, and we'll be happy to promote them through our social media channels as well. Just a reminder to please inform Sustainable Jersey for Schools for any ribbon cutting ceremonies or events you plan on hosting. We love attending those. As you can see, we have some staff in these photos here attending various ribbon cutting ceremonies throughout the year for projects funded by the PCG Foundation. So please keep us aware of those. You can send your invitations to grants@sustainablejersey.com. And also please acknowledge the Sustainable Jersey Grants Program and the PCG Foundation, and just Sustainable Jersey for Schools program in general, and any signage that you create. The larger grants are required to have signage if applicable. If you're not sure if your project's the kind of project where that is applicable, please reach out and I'm happy to let you know. But it's a really great way to acknowledge the funders of your project, and we really appreciate it as it does help us get funding for next time. But if you don't think signage is going to work for your project, please note that there's lots of ways to acknowledge the sponsors. Just a few examples in news articles, in newsletters that you send home to parents, on the websites, in school board presentations. There's a lot of different ways you can share that in your different promotional materials and educational materials that you create in, using the grant. So your reporting forms, these will be mailed to you. Oh, I'm sorry, not mailed to you. These will be emailed to you no later than 30 days before the report is due. They're also available on our website. So please just be aware of that. We'll be mailing them to the primary and fiscal contacts. We have a webinar available if you need any help. That's specifically geared to the $2,000 grants, but could be useful for the $10,000 grants as well. We will likely be doing more reporting webinars just to kind of help those looking to submit their final reports later on in the year. So please look forward to those. And just to wrap it up now, I just want to say thank you once again. I'm sorry we're running a little bit over time, but we're happy to answer any questions anyone has. If you have a question, please just make sure to raise your hand and we can unmute you, or you can type your question in the chat box. So far, I'm not seeing any questions. Ooh.
I just want to thank you all for taking time out of your classroom Zooming and your administrative planning to be with us today. It's as much a pleasure for us to award you the grant as it is to be rewarded with the results of your projects. We know that some of you may have to make modifications this year depending on what the future holds and the way that you do things. So I hope that the explanation of the modifications was helpful to you. We're also looking at your certification applications, and if there's changes that you've had to make to the way you deliver a lesson because of COVID-19, we're sensitive to that as well. So you can always reach us at grants@sustainablejersey.com or myself and Veronique at schools@sustainablejersey. And again, thanks for joining us today. And thank you to PSE&G Foundation for making these grants possible. Have a great day, everybody.
Yeah, thank you again, everyone. I just want to remind them we will be sending the presentation slides and the webinar recording. I know I went through some of that kind of fast, but you can review any of that. If you have any questions, like Heather said, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Bye, everyone.
I'll do one last scan of questions, and I think we're good. All right, everyone have a great rest of their day.